Hello, family. This is Gwen again. Today is August the 4th, 2017. It's Friday at about 3:55 p.m. This is going to be a short one. I'm going to weigh in on something that I'm seeing, and that is the my black folks being banned off of various forms of social media like Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and some of the other platforms. And then some of them saying build your own, and others are saying about that they're not going to let them chase them off, and they are doing various things to make sure they're still on the platform that their other pages got banned or other channels got banned from. I'm going to mention that this is some of the same rhetoric that I remember from when I was a little girl. That's why I'm here, is because I want to give some perspective from my point of view, from when I was young to old. And that is that we're using some of the same exact rhetoric from when we were forcing integration. Same exact words, same exact concept. We were saying things like they're not going to chase us out of Woolworths or various things that we were trying to get integrated into. And we got civil rights and we did get integration. And a lot of us already have concluded that that was actually a wrong turn. So I just want to let you know that you're doing it again. Yeah, we're doing it again, okay? Just wanted to let you know that we're doing that again. It's just like that. This is exactly like that. Exactly like it. I can't stress that enough. I watched, I saw, and I'm seeing now. It is exactly like it. A lot of people didn't know that. First off, that was my main point, but a lot of people didn't know what was going to happen with integration when we were pushing forward so hard. But now that we can see it in hindsight, we know that that was a mistake. When we were having our own business, but we were fighting to get in white people's stores and facilities and their thises and their that's, when we actually had our own, we were actually tearing down our own stuff or letting them tear down our own stuff. We never rebuilt. We're still climbing out. Integration was an absolutely wrong turn, but we didn't know it at the time. That's what hindsight is for. So you can see. And now we can see it in hindsight that it was absolutely a wrong turn. There are still people who think that it was a right turn and they're still fighting for it, but they're basically a dead end on that. That's what hindsight's for. So I'm all for separate schools, separate businesses. I really absolutely want a black homeland in America, a specific area in America that's for black people. So, because we need a homeland, much like Israel did. We need our own little homeland, a few states, that's proportionate with our population. Because we helped build this country. There isn't a war that America fought that black people weren't in, and very times in the forefront. Doing Black people helped build the country, and we did our work. We participated. We helped make it what it is today. Not just help, probably did the primary bulk of the work. Right now, white people are staring at us all day long trying to figure out what we're going to do next so they can copy this idea and make $1 million or $1 billion off of it. Every day we got industry after industry that are built on black ideas that they have incorporated and appropriated. Okay, say stolen and gone. And they're the only one making monies off of it. And really, white people stand there and look down our throat while we're talking to our friends so they can incorporate language into their population and be cool or interesting. If a white person wants to appear to be a complicated, interesting person, they go seek out black acquaintances so they can be seen with them, so that they can appear complicated and interesting when they're in fact not. So we have been used, but we haven't been getting paid for it. So when you're being depleted, picture a parasite just drawing blood out of you, but not give you nothing back, then you can't lose when you separate. They will, but we won't. And so, um, if they had equal protection under the law, I wouldn't be forcing, fighting for that idea so much. But we don't have equal protection under the law. We can get killed by policemen, and they don't have repercussions for it. And so, for that alone, there's more, but that's more than enough to make me want separation. There are people who are so afraid of separation that they're paralyzed at that idea. And I'm sorry for you. And I know that you are afraid to be alone with black people, but I would much rather be alone among black people than to be continue to be used and abused. And you've got to find your own dividing line on that. You got to figure out where you fit, because I don't want to stay with my abuser. Picture, we all call it a spouse abuse situation, but picture that spouse that's being abused. Some spouses will stay in the house and other spouses will get away. I'm one of the spouses that would want to get away and start implementing ways to get away and proceed in getting away. I've long since wrote off white people, and I can't stress how much peace I have. In my heart, I don't have those little uncomfortable conversations because I don't talk to them. I don't talk about race with them. I'm not the one you need to talk to about race. You need to talk to other white people about race. Black people have already done their fair share about reaching out and trying to build bridges and all that stuff. And you gotta, at some point, you gotta have enough balls to say to hell with you and F you and mean it from the bottom of your heart. You gotta have guts to say that and believe it and mean it and build that in your brain. My brain has already, I'm separated from them past tense in my brain. I'm done. But other people aren't. And that takes some guts. And you got to have the guts to face that. So I'm sorry about the ones who are still pushing integration, but I give up on you too. So I'm through with y'all too. Well, I love my family, but I can't talk to you, so can't handle no more of those conversations with, trying to explain what's bad about integration to people who don't believe it. So I'm gonna let that go. I will address being banned off of social media. I understand that you want to fight back and not let them push you off of social media because you are combative. But also, while you're fighting back, and I notice some of them are indeed doing this, go ahead and build your own platforms and your own things and join places that are already in place that are exclusively related to black interests and black people. We aren't going to seriously get anything done fooling with white people when you want separation. Matter of fact, I honestly don't have a Instagram account. I don't have a Facebook account, and I don't have a Twitter account. I don't want to talk to those people on those pages. I am waiting for exclusively black focus applications to be created so that I can join those. I've already joined Black Spot and Black Junction. I'm waiting on a few others. I'm waiting on more us to finish doing this thing. I also want to join some of the others that I can find that are black focused and black owned because I have no interest in speaking to a wider audience. I don't have any interest in speaking into white people because they don't have anything I want to hear them say. I watch them on the news and keep track of what's going on in the news, but I really don't care about having conversation with them. And I'm not talking to them when I speak. I do have a YouTube account, and I usually use that as a holding place to put my other stuff in the places where I want it to actually be at. YouTube isn't my primary place, but it is a good holding place, a storage place. YouTube is essentially my online cloud for me to put my stuff in other platforms that are black focused. So I really hide from you. I really don't want white people to see my stuff on YouTube. I'd rather hide my stuff because I don't want them to even see it because I'm not really talking to them. And I swear, I think I got very few subscribers, and I don't complain about that. And I think half of them are trolls who are monitoring me to see what I'm gonna do, because it's just some of their things. They're not saying bad stuff, they're complimenting, but I just don't trust them. There are some subscribers that I've met personally, but there are people on there that I don't know if unless I can see something that's making me think that you're actually a person who is not an agent or a troll, then I don't know. So I just use YouTube to be a place to hold my stuff while I put it other places. So yeah, when we were forcing integration down white people's throat, we were fighting for it. Not me personally, because I was too young, but I was watching it. I was about 12, 13, 14. And I remember in seventh and eighth grade going to stores that our family previously couldn't go to, and I remember them talking about it. But these were just stores to me. I didn't think of them as special stores. And that was in downtown area to your Pennies, your Sears, your Woolworths, and all those stores down there, that are in the main hub of the city that black people just didn't go in because they just weren't welcome. And so I didn't know that we weren't welcome. I just knew that we didn't go to them because nobody was my from my point of view, I didn't have money to go in there to spend nothing, so I had no reason to go into them, and everything I needed was right there where I was at. So I never felt the need to go. But then civil rights came and integration came, and then our family went down to a store too that we were suddenly able to go to, and then only then did I know that they were that it was something special. And so okay, but I looked at integration talks on TV, and I looked at what they were saying, and they are saying some of the same stuff you're saying now about social media banning you and forcing you to be off of their pages and stuff. Okay, just want to let you know that. Now, about build your own. I not only like these other platforms that are being built for black people, by black people, I also want something like a hub. And I think Black Spot TV that's coming up is going to be having a thing similar to what I'm going to describe, because I would like to have a subscriber based platform that we pay a flat rate for all of the people I like to see. And as content providers, that is, video providers and speakers and things, upload videos and such that'll be available for us to watch. Excuse me, and we pay a flat rate, and the money is divvied out to them. It's a one stop shop of content. I think Black Spot TV will be doing something like that from it. I think. I'm not sure, but that's what I want to see. But not only that, I want the people who write books to do audio narrations of their books out loud. So, and put that on the platform, because I am a fan of action adventure and things like that. I laugh and say that if somebody's not eviscerated by page 50, I don't want to read it. So I want some violence in there, and I want some uh, uh, chopping up and beating down and all of that in my stuff. So if writers write that kind of stuff that are black, I want to read it, because right now I'm stuck reading white girl stuff, and white girl fantasies are not fulfilling for me. They're kind of odd creatures. And but anyway, that's the kind of stuff I read, and they might be called urban fantasies and urban romantic violent fantasies, where they're off on the deep end doing weird shit, but it's still a good story, so I read it, and I'm a fan of it. But I would rather have a black spin on that sort of thing and be available to me. And with that, I would like for that to be a one-stop shop. Right now, Amazon has done something fantastic called Kindle Unlimited, where you pay a flat rate a month and you can just download books as you will, up to 10. I love that. Audible has got something that's costing about $15 a month, and you only get to download one book. But If we had a flat rate and could read and download various books and various platforms, I would be happy for that. Okay, there's things where we can make cartoons. There's this cartoon snippet that I saw from a company called Adventurous Minds. That's some fantastic stuff. I like for them to follow through and make those cartoons and call them a genre based on African American cartoons. Like Japanese have anime, African America can have the equivalent because we all are anime fans. So many of us. I mean, so many of us are anime fans, and we're anime fans because we like that action adventure. We like the storyline. I mean, we're people who love a good story, especially when the fan in the fantasy world. Okay, so we're already fans. We were the ones that were keeping karate movies and martial arts movies going. We already are the audience for that. So give us our stuff. We'll pay for it. Please. I want to buy your stuff. So that's what I mean by a hub so we can build our own. And about my final thoughts about the people who are banned. I would be so proud if I was banned. I would love it if I was banned from something, from YouTube or something like that. I would be to printed out my letters and make a collage because I would be tickled to death. That means that I'm saying something. And matter of fact, on some level, you got more credibility with me when you have been banned at least once. You do. You got more credibility to me if you've been banned at least once. That means you're on the right track. So don't feel bad when you're banned. Okay. Okay. So that's all I had. That's just a quick little um, thoughts I had about that. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Thank you.